The UK is sending military engineers to help Poland strengthen its border defences. The announcement from the MOD came as Western nations condemned Belarus for the growing crisis on its border with Poland, where thousands of migrants are stranded in freezing conditions. The Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko is accused of orchestrating the crisis in response to sanctions imposed on his country. Thousands of migrants have flown from the Middle East to Belarus with the promise of entering the EU, then transported to its borders with Poland, Lithuania and Latvia. Our correspondent Steve Rosenberg is in Belarus, close to the Polish border.
By day, the scale of this migrant crisis becomes clear. Belarus's border with Poland transformed into a camp for those desperate to get to Europe. Tonight, for the first time, Belarusian border guards agreed to take us into the camp, right up to the border. Behind the barbed wire, the European Union, just meters away. Many here are Kurds from the Middle East. The EU believes that Belarus helped them get here, that the country is facilitating illegal migration into Europe, revenge for sanctions. But Poland won't let them in.
We are like a homeless. We don't have any place to stay there. It's about weather, it's too cold. We just collect firing and burning our trees to make our bodies heat. But still we hope, we never give up.
We've been told there are more than 2,000 people in this camp living in pretty basic conditions. This story is a very human drama, but the backdrop, that's geopolitics. The migrant crisis is ratcheting up east-west tension. Near the border, paratroopers from Belarus and Russia held joint exercises, signalling whose side the Kremlin's on. Increasing too is Alexander Lukashenko's rhetoric. This week, he threatened to block the flow of Russian gas to Europe if the EU imposes more sanctions on Belarus. But those who see Belarus as a stepping stone to the EU, they couldn't care less about sanctions or geopolitics. They just want a better future. Many of them have paid thousands of dollars for package tours that bring them to Belarus and deliver them to the border with Europe. But no further. For most, the journey stops here. And so they have to wait in the cold while governments argue, waiting and hoping to be let through.
Well, Belarus rejects accusations that it's using migrants to wage hybrid warfare against the European Union, using civilians as a political weapon. Many of the migrants who've been arriving in Belarus have been arriving on flights via Turkey. Well, today, the Turkish authorities announced that they're stopping citizens of Syria, Iraq and Yemen from boarding flights to Belarus. And that could block a key migration route for people coming to Belarus and on to Europe.